Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Last Cast, and today I'm going to show you how to take a pallet and turn it into a rod rack. I'm going to get straight into it, you guys. We're this close to our 100 subscriber mark, so please hit the subscribe button. Let's get started. Hopefully this saves you bucks and gives you a good way of storing your rods. There's the finished product right behind me. Let's see how to make it. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a rod rack. This one right here, which has plenty of space for all of your reels, and you're gonna do it for almost free. You're just gonna make this out of one of those, and this holds all of my rods. You can make yours a little bit longer as long as your pallet is longer. I'm gonna put the blueprints up and I'm gonna get to work. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so here's the basic blueprint for how to make your rod rack. Now for me, I just did 10 slots, so if you wanted to do more, I'll show you what each individual slot looks like and the measurements for that, so you can quickly just add on more or subtract if you need to. So for me, it's 33 inches going across the top, and then the 30 inches for the supports on the inside, and then the vertical ones are going to be 32. I thought that was a great height. At least it fit for what I needed in my garage. So each individual slot is 2 inches wide, which you see in the green, and 2 inches deep in the red, and then 1 inch gap between each of the individual slots, so what you see in the blue there. And then the supports are 1.5 inch with a little support beam on the back at 4 inches. All right, so this piece is going to be what holds the rods from coming forward, coming out of the rack. Whereas then this piece is going to be at an angle, maybe like a 45-degree angle, and that's what the butt of the rods is going to rest on. So the rod will be coming down vertically from here. The butt will be resting on this at a 45-degree angle, and then this will be like here. Well, you've seen the picture, holding it in, and then at the very top is going to be this piece. Now, the way I've done this is that there is a 1.5 inch gap here, and then there's a 2 inch gap here with 1 inch marked right in the center. So that way I have these triangles. This is a 2 inch vertices here. So I'm going to use the jigsaw to cut this out. These will be the notches for where my rods go. So then every 3 inches at the bottom, that will be where the butt lines up on this, and then the rod itself will be centered in here. And this way I have enough space in between rods for the reels to fit. So this should be from here to here is 3 inches. So hopefully this will allow enough space for the rods to kind of sit comfortably. If I have to, I just turn them so then they can just sit at an angle instead of front on. They're thinner that way. And this should give me space for 10 rods with this layout. Each one of these pieces, this is 3 inches, this is 3 inches, this was 6.5. And then there's one more piece. This sits at the back for support. So the top kind of looks like more like that, and then the side pieces are right here that will like hold it standing. And then you can, of course, if this like has a tendency of leaning forward, you can always just like screw this into the wall if you're in your garage like I am. So yeah, this should help out. You know, some of you might have more rods than this, and just go ahead and make more gaps. Again, this is 3 inches. So you have 2 inches for where your rod's gonna be, 1 inch in between each rod. And then at the ends, make sure you have enough room for mounting it. Yeah. So I'm using these self-drilling nails, I guess. I don't know what you would call them. Where are they? These. Using the multi-purpose construction screws. They're 2 inches, and you just use a star bit on this, and man, these are the best screws. I swear by them. Got them from Home Depot. Not sponsored, but these are fantastic. Once you use them, you'll never go back. All right, so I'm using those and an impact drill. And so for the measurement on that bottom piece that kind of goes at an angle, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of, I've already attached the top bit, the top support that is, and now on this part, I've just lined it up and drew my line from my cuts on both sides, so that way it fits perfectly. Now that I've got this piece attached, it's pretty stable on its own already, but this piece is supposed to keep it so, like I said before, that the rods don't fall forward out of the rack. Now this part, I'm not sure. There's one thing that's holding me back about attaching it right away, which is I'm not sure on the height because of the angle of this. Obviously we want the rods to rest in here, but I also need enough room for the reel to stay on here. So this might need to come down, it might need to go higher up. I'm not 100%, but I'm gonna put a rod in here and kind of eyeball it. And that's what I did here. I just kind of eyeballed it, and it works so far. All right, so I'm pretty sure this is where people are going to get frustrated with my directions, but I'll try my best here. The angled piece of wood that your butt of your rods rests on at the bottom of the screen there, that angle, I'm not sure what it is, but I just had it flush with the front part of the vertical supports at the bottom. You see that? And then it goes up towards the back and it's flush with the back side of those vertical supports. So just eyeballed that angle. And then the piece that's holding the rods horizontally across there that I was just talking about, that's even with the top of the diagonal, or rather angled board that the butts of the rods are resting on. So I decided at the last second that I want to do kind of like a rounded bit instead of a point. So what I'm using is this Mod Podge jar, and I'm lining up the line, which is the middle line for the triangle, with the line on here, and then I'm just going around the back side to mark that natural kind of arch. I'm going to try to follow that with the jigsaw, see if I like it, and then I'm going to do the same thing for here, rounded. I think I'm going to use electrical tape and just kind of trace that to kind of get a rounded edge instead of like a flat one. Or maybe I'll just, actually no, I'm going to leave this the way it is, and I'll come back in with a sander and then just kind of sand that corner away, because I don't want sharp corners. No, just a personal preference. It would be totally fine to leave it this way, but I don't know. I just thought it would be nice to have a nice rounded edge instead. And of course, when I'm all done, sand the edges of all of this, clean it up, and then I'm going to choose to paint it. So that's it so far. Alright guys, so you can see this is the finished product here. I did round these edges. It's not perfect, but again, this is basically free. I had the screws, the hardware already, and then all I had to do was come up with the plans, take the nails or screws out, and then you can use the pallets to make these pieces. This is probably my easiest, quickest project that I've done. Again, the blueprints for that, if you will, are attached. Screen grab them if that's something you want to do. This is super simple, super easy, as long as you have a jigsaw, a circular saw, a way of cutting these boards down. Plenty of space. I did round some of these edges, sanded it through. I'll probably go back and paint this. That's the cool part about this. You can customize it, put your stickers down here, put your name on it, all that good stuff. In the comment section down below, let me know what you think. Thumbs up if you like this video, and please hit the subscribe button. This is a fishing channel. We do have content coming out. Try to do it at least once a week. And guys, we'll see you on the next episode of Last Cast.